Hello everybody at Arcus Life, Martin Chuck here, and starting this tip series, this is all about getting your body in the right position to smash your driver. Everybody likes to hit it far, so let's talk about it. We're going to cut away in a moment, look at some 3D video of Rory McIlroy and another player, but let's talk about getting set up successfully for golf. So you'll notice that my feet are basically together. I'm going to set the club almost behind the golf ball, aiming the face. And from there, I want to establish my grip and create a radius with my arms, the sweet spot to the back of the ball, and then set my feet last. We want to always set our feet last. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a little shot here, then we're going to talk about it in 3D. Let's take a look at two players. On the right, you have Rory McIlroy. He's got his patented little bump to the right. You can take a look at that head bubble as he moves to the right. Develops his nice wide backswing. Now watch as he hits hard onto the ground with his transfer of weight pressure into that lead side. But notice how he stays back behind the golf ball, squaring up the face. And you can really see it's pretty evident that his hips are unwinding behind the golf ball. Now on the left, we have a good player, but take notice. Pretty centered head behavior. He doesn't really have that bump to the right that Rory does. And then you can see that move that puts him a little bit too on top, meaning his upper center and lower center, a little too on top of one another. And while he does that, he gets a little bit stuck and flippy. And from the perspective of down the line, let's take a look at this. As I take these two golfers and separate them, you can notice how in Rory's case, he really has the ability to unwind himself without thrusting too vertically, versus the golfer that moves too forward is going to lose his tush line, stand up through the golf ball a little bit, and you can see his head gets up and out of the shot, and it can lead to some unreliable strikes. So I hope you enjoyed that little 3D cutaway. Basically what we see here with a lot of players, even good players, we get a little bit too much motion going toward that lead side in an attempt to hit it hard, and then we get ourselves stacked up onto the lead leg. We've got to push away from the ground, and that creates an unreliable club face. So you saw Rory's patent little move away from the golf ball. That rhythmic motion away from the golf ball into his right side helped him load it up. He hits the ground hard with his lead side, and then from here he can unwind, staying behind the golf ball to give himself a nice reliable lead hand and club face as it passes through the golf ball, taking him up into a finished position. So Martin Chuck signing off. Enjoy the tip. I hope it helps you play better golf. Let's go on to our next tip.